ça va? That was hi, how are you in French. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's weather will be a high of 56 degrees and it will be sunny and cool.
For lunch today we'll have pizza, hot ham and cheese sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a salad. For football tonight, there's a game against Crawford at Henry Clay High School.
Do you want to help JCMS make a difference? Billions of plastic bottles are sold and opened every day, and many of them end up on our beaches and shores. Marine mammals, birds, and fish see plastic bottle caps as food, which can lead to indigestion and potentially fatal consequences. JCMS is starting a drive to collect these bottle caps and lids so we can recycle them into outside tables and benches. Please bring any bottle caps or lids to Mrs. Farrell, Mrs. Baker, or Mr. Potter. Thank you for helping Jesse Clark stay green. Also, ESS will be in the mornings and afternoons. And the Beta Club will have their next meeting on Friday, October 26th before school in the library. Beta Club members will not need a pass, but you must be at the front doors of the school at 8 o'clock a.m. to be admitted into the building. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Jackson or Mrs. Moores in the counseling office.
The PTSA store is open today in the morning and afternoon. Bring your box tops. Also, it is Red Ribbon Week in Kentucky, a week where we learn more about the dangers and effects of drugs and the rewards of living a drug-free life. Today's video features Tim Howard, the goalkeeper for the U.S. men's national soccer team.
My natural high would have to be soccer. It's a pretty easy one. I've always had a passion for soccer. I played all types of sports, but for whatever reason, soccer was just the one that gave me so much joy, you know, and I started playing when I was 6 years old and then got really competitive when I was 13 or 14. So I think it was at that moment, you know, my young teenage years, that I just knew it would offer me something that nothing else could. I had a great childhood. My mom was a single parent. She worked all day, every day. You know, so my brother and I, who's a little bit older than me, we just ran around the neighborhood playing sports, riding our bike, you know, doing anything we could possibly do to pass the time. Just a lot of fun. I had good friends. I played basketball when I was growing up, you know, and always laying down in the parks. You know, there was always some shady stuff going on, and I was certainly offered drugs directly when I think a lot of kids are, unfortunately, you know, but I never paid much attention to it, or you know, I was always so focused on wanting to play basketball. And I had friends throughout my teenage years, particularly in high school, you know, who tried drugs, who used drugs. And to be honest, it was just reinforcement of what I already knew. You know, I saw these kids and friends of mine who were doing drugs, and really bad things started happening to them, you know. And so they were getting into trouble. At home with the police, you know, their grades weren't good and they were on academic probation and all those type of things. And so for me, it was very directly translated. Like it was in my face, and I was able to say, right, this is what happens if you do drugs. I didn't want that. And so it wasn't like it was all the cool kids doing it and they were going off to these great colleges. It was always the opposite of that. And so that was helpful for me to kind of plant that seed and keep it fresh in my mind. I love sports so much that I never ever thought of venturing into drugs. What I thrive on, what gets me that adrenaline going is competition. You know, competition to be the best individually, but also to win as a team. And I think for me that happens, you know, that test is given every week, you know, and some weeks you don't play so well, and some weeks you lose and you feel like, you know, you feel like the worst player in the world, you know, but you have to pick yourself back up on Monday morning and go at it again, and I think that's what drives me, and that's what gives me my high, is the fact that I know that if I can work really hard and refine some things in my game, that I can shoot to try and be the best, and that we can win games, and that's constantly going. You know, so when we win, how do we get better? And when we lose, how do we get back to winning? And so that it's just a constant test, and that's always, always, always at the front of my mind. You know, I'd like to win another championship, another medal, another cup. I've had a few in my career, but that's something I think that drives me. You know, you think about legacy, and you think about some of those milestones that you hope you can grab and hold on to, because once you step across the line for the last time, that's all you have, you know, is some of those memories. So yeah, just kind of keep making some of the memories. My name is Tim Howard, and my natural high is soccer. What's yours?
Sarcastic. Thanks, Tim. That was awesome.
The JCMS annual Halloween dance is being held on Friday in the gym from 5:30 to 7:30. Mr. Miller will be spinning the latest hits, and students can come in their spookiest Halloween costumes, but costumes are not required. No masks, weapons, or props allowed, but faces may be painted. And please, nothing too low cut or too short. Reminder, you cannot wear costumes to school, only the dance. Tickets are on sale in the mornings in the front cross hall near the pink office for $5. Or you can pay $5 in the door if you don't want to wait in line. Students will need to go home after school and come back for the dance, and students must have a ride home after the dance. We do not allow students to walk home after dances. It's going to be a great time. Hope to see you there.
Any students interested in being part of the robotics club at Wjce Clark need to pick up an application from Mr. Evans in room 508. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Evans. Academic team also meets every Monday and Wednesday morning. See Mr. Potter if you want more information about that.
Students and teachers, it is time for a dress code check. Please stand. If there's any issues, send the student to the office.
At Wjce Clark, we value self, value others, value learning, every person, every day. Have an awesome day. At Wjce Clark? Ah, okay, no.